MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Lions and the Thunder. The Thunder enter today's matchup with an 11-game winning streak on the line. They'll try to notch their 12th straight. Next. Bobby Tyrone will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Into the box now, Tony McCaldy. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Here's the first pitch to him. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. Just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark, what do they have to do to take down a very hot team here on the road?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Stepping into the box, He'll look to pad that RBI total here, entering play 8th in the American League in that category. Throw-in time at first for out number 2. Now at the plate, Chris Saito, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. First pitch of the at-bat. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Robinson on third with 2 out. Well, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one, 0-2. And it's fouled away. A pause, and the 0-2. And he watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. Emilio Rosales gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Stepping into the box, Brian Cannon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Brian Cannon.
Pitch on the way. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Batting second, the center fielder, Carl Woodard.
Now a throw over, and he's back in standing. Standing in now, Saul Worthing. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Hey, maybe we have something brewing right here. That has to be the case. When you're facing an elite level A starter, numero uno, you have to find a way to get to him. Any chance you get, maybe this is their opportunity.
Into the box, Scott Franchise, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Fellas, our visiting team, as they take the field after a scoreless top half, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, everyone always looks at the schedule.
It's through. Let's see if they send them around to try to score. Run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
At the plate now, Mike Hayes. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase. And he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Digging in, Adrian Esparza, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Off the plate, ball one.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Still only one out in the inning. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 2. Ready now, Lou Manuel. He enters this one second in the American League in round trippers.
You know, Matty, when I think of this guy, I think of damage near the league leaders in RBIs as well, D-Row.
That's the stat that I think gets overlooked so much in today's game. I remember back to Chipper Jones. He used to say, how many...
Hits it high and deep out to center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Bradley Williams stands in as he looks at a called strike. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Oh, he thought he had him right there. I did too, but no dice.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Digging in now, Bronson Ware. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the 0-1. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
You know, he's had a very economical start.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. the plate, Hal Hale. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The windup and the 0-1.
1-1.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
All even now, 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting it, the first baseman, Corey Esparza.
In now, Corey Esparza, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here it comes. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That evens it up, 1-1. Pitch on the way.
Nope. That's inside.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's full 3-2. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a liner. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. Get up there, big fella, and take away a hit at third. More baseball on MLB Network right after. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Rene Castro. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Lays off the slurve there, and it's 3-1 now.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So with 1 away in the inning, we'll give you a look at the current standings entering play. As you can see that these guys have a pretty good stranglehold on the division to this point. So stepping in, Emilio Rosales. First pitch of the at-bat. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. 1 out, nobody on. And he misses here with a slurve, even at 1-1. Fouled away. Line to the right side. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Well, you never want to give up a hit to an opposing pitcher, but when you give one up to an AL pitcher, it's downright annoying. Can't let it get to you, though.
In now, Tony McCaldy, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 1-1. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with one out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second, looks like a big inning could be brewing.
1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. First and second now, one man out. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
So now to the plate, Yu Na, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
In the air out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Stepping in, Bobby Tyrone.
For the Thunder, the pitcher, Bobby.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
He's got it. And that's out number 1. So with one gone now, we get a look at where these guys sit in the current division standings. And you can see them staring up at a 5-game deficit entering play today. Now at the plate, Brian Cannon. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Williams will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The center fielder.
So striding forward now, Saul Worthing. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. Starts things with a splitter outside for ball 1.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So a solid single to left, and that gives him a multi-hit game here tonight. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently tops on the ball club in that department as we approach the final month of the season. At the plate, Scott Franchise, and it's fouled away. A runner on first with 2 away. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. From the stretch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
The 2-1. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
fastball misses there, ball 4.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he will crash into the wall, but hold on to it there for the final out of the inning. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Chris Saito. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the 0-1. Saito is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Into the box now. Lou Manuel popped him up. Hayes is there. 1 down.
Now back.
So coming to the plate, Bradley Williams. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Fouled away. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. High in the air out to center field. Worthing is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the third baseman, Bronson Ware.
Now at the plate, Bronson Ware. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Ware, just 24 years of age. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Hamby is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Damage is done as thanks to the solo home run. This is now a 1-run game.
For Tennessee, the third baseman.
Striding in once again, Adrian Esparza. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First delivery to him on the way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Coming to the plate now. Al Hale. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning so he won't be nibbling.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 54.
Settling in now, Blake Hamby. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Robinson into shallow center. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. We played 4 full. Tennessee is out in front 2-1. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next to hit is the catcher, Rene Castro.
Rene Castro.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. And that one misses upstairs 2-0. And the pitch. Weak grounder down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Emilio Rosales. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Here's the pitch.
1 ball.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Again, a 1-2. Swinging a blooper to the right side. Right fielder coming on, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Hey, we came into this one wondering how he was going to throw on the mound. That all goes out the window. He just mixed in his second knock of the game. He's going to be smiling for a while on this.
Into the box, Tony Mercaldi, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air out to left field. Hamby is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, number 7.
Ready for another shot now, Buster Robinson. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball 1.
Up top, it's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Too high, and it's 3-0. 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholing a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Ready once again, Yu Na, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that's dead center for strike 1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The 0-2. Wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Second and third, 2 away. And the slurve can't find the zone, and it's 2-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. 2-2. Here it is. Skied into straightaway right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning.
Leading off for the Thunder, the first baseman, Torey Esparza.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
And he fouls this one off. Esparza, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
At the plate now, Bobby Tyrone. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Saito is there, 2 gone.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Brian Cannon.
Standing in, Brian Cannon. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled off. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Manuel is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Chris Saito will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Cannon is under this one. One pitch, one away.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Digging in the switch hitter, Lou Manuel. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And it's fouled away. On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
Strike 3 called on the slurve that time, and there are 2 down.
Now batting.
At the plate, Bradley Williams. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. A ball and 2 strikes the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Looking to punch him out again. Pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 32 now for the season as we are all knotted up at 2.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Now batting. The third baseman.
Standing in now, Bronson Ware, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 2 for him to this point. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. Bottom of the 6th coming up, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Saul Worthing. Now here's the pitch. And they start him with one high and away for ball 1. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
The 1-1. Grounded to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 16. Scott Franchise.
Digging in, Scott Franchise. First pitch on its way. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. High and deep down the left field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling now.
So now to the plate, Mike Hayes. And he takes ball 1. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Now a throw over to first. Runner at first here with 1 away in a 2-2 ball game. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front.
Not too many guys taking the mound today with this good a split. Look at the downward action on that thing. It's falling off the table.
And a dive, but he's back. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Just keeping him close. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Splitter, 2-2. Doesn't chase after the splitter, and he works it back to a full count.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch. That one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Digging in to try it again, Adrian Esparza. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, he failed to pull the bat off his shoulder in that one, Matty. Down on 3 pitches, pretty much a wasted AB. This has to be a better effort.
First pitch of the at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a split-fingered pitch catches the zone. 2-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals.
The count is full. 3-2.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Hal Hale, as he's presented with the bases-loaded situation in a tie ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Back up the middle. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. Throw into third will not be in time. And it's a 2-run double.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, Buell, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan. But when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to the plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
Skipper's out of the third base dugout on his way toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. Gone after 5 1/3 here, as he never really found his groove in this one. Peter Hanrahan takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Stepping in now, Blake Hamby, fouled away. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the 0-1. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Line toward the gap in left center. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And the runner from second is in to score. It's now 6-2.
They've not hit all that hard, D-Roll. He muscled it out there for a 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, I don't care, Dan. Lawn dart, off the end of the bat, jam sandwich, doesn't matter. Found himself some green grass and gets 2 ribbies.
To the plate now, Corey Esparza, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Manuel is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The pitcher, #0, Bobby Tyrone.
So here now is the pitcher, Bobby Tyrone. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Ready with the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
Four runs here in this half inning. Softly hit toward the hole. Scooped up. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 7th inning coming up. Tennessee is on top 6-2. Seventh inning ready to roll, and now it'll be the catcher, Rene Castro.
Rene Castro.
First pitch coming, here it is. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 1-0 home finds the zone, strike 1. The 1-1.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
The 1-2. Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Nathaniel Segovia will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Segovia.
Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one. Still struggling at the plate with an average well under 200. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Oh and 1, here it comes. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw is not going to be in time to get him, and somehow he's going to wind up with an infield single.
You know, D-Roll, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, D-Roll, this pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
So striding in, Buster Robinson, and it seems like maybe they're starting to get to the guy on the mound a bit now.
Yeah, and that could be a sign that he's starting to wear down a little bit, Matt. The first thing to go when you're getting tired is usually your command. So even if you're throwing strikes, they might be a little bit more hittable than they were earlier in the game.
All right, something to keep an eye on if he remains in the game much longer. First and second now, 1 man out. And there's strike 2 as the fastball's fouled off to the right. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll drop into no man's land out there for a base hit.
Well, there you go. Another hit surrendered, and I think he's just run into a wall out there on the mound. These batters aren't looking like they're getting fooled anymore.
Now time called here as the manager pops out of the first base dugout, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Brett Sanders is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. So digging in now, Yu Na, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
He's set. Here it comes. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
1-1, here it comes.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 2-1 home.
Ball 3.
This is a spot you'd like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Bases are loaded here. One man out. This one's down to third. A dive, and he knocks it down. But the recovery is too late at first, and the run is in to score.
Now batting, the center fielder, Chris Striker.
Into the box now, Chris Saito. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Bases are loaded with only one out. Drives it out to deep right center field. One run scores. And that will hop over the wall, and a tough break there as the time run will have to go back to third on the automatic double.
Hey, with that base hit right there, that's his third run batted into the game.
Yeah, he's the reason, Dan, they're even in this one to begin with. He's kept his team together with a great approach, finding his third RBI of the day.
Now batting, Lou Manuel. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Greenberg.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Bradley Williams will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only one out now.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Ball 2.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3.
Wow, this is a pretty good at-bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Now the payoff pitch home. And that misses, ball 4. So now the tying run will come across to score.
Wow, they went to the pen because they like the matchup. And what does he do? He walks the first guy he faces to bring in a run. So much for that strategy. Makes you wonder if they'll turn to him again next time in this situation.
At the plate, Bronson Ware. From the stretch. in the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Still only one out in the inning. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. That misses 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
At the plate, Rene Castro, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. The 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Down the first baseline. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 4 score in the inning, but it could have been much, much worse as they wind up leaving the bases loaded. On now to the bottom of inning number 7, and we are all even at 6 apiece. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Tyrone Hicks will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Chase Stern will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Now pitching and batting 9, number 19, Chase Stern.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Brian Cannon is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Hit hard to the right, but foul. Sent on the ground out to second. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The center fielder, number 14, Saul Worthing.
Standing in, Saul Worthing. First pitch on its way.
Oh, that's out.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there, the old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Left side, but well fouled. 1 out, nobody on. slider laid off for a ball.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Line toward right center. So he'll add one to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Giro, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 from 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Standing in now, Scott Franchise, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
21.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
That's ball 2.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
The 3-1 pitch. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. He's in there easily. The throw bounces on the way down. So they still haven't picked up an extra base hit in this one, but that stolen base at least gets him a guy in scoring position.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what the manager was thinking there, Matt. Hey, if we aren't driving the ball with any authority today, we need to make something happen in a different way. They only need a single to the outfield now to push a run across.
Williams is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, catcher, Mike Hayes.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mike Hayes. He hit a sac fly earlier. First delivery to him on the way. Hits it high and deep out to center field. A ball that's carrying. And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. Seth McMillan has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
McMillan.
Stepping up now, number 19. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Here it comes.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Popped him up. Cannon backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
The batter number 8, second baseman, Tony Mercaldi.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Tony Mercaldi. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. McMillan is exactly what you want out of a bullpen arm. It's a rare occasion that anyone squares him up. He doesn't give up a lot of hits, and when he does, they're almost always kept in the yard.
Matty V, there are 2 keys to being a good relief pitcher, and always remember these. 1, limit the base on balls. 2, keep the ball in the ballpark. You can't defend a walk, and you can't defend a round tripper, and he does both.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
The 1-2. Drilled on the ground is short. He's got it. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 7.
Now at the plate, Buster Robinson. Pitch on the way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Franchise is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Alex Winters is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Winters.
Striding in, Adrian Esparza. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Adrian Esparza.
First pitch of the at-bat.
That's the ball. 0-1, no strike.
Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. The 1-1 home. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Williams is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
Now batting, shortstop, Al Taylor.
Now to the plate, Hal Hale, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Ball 2.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
The 2-0 on the way.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now the payoff pitch home. Drilled down the line. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning.
Number 54.
Striding into the box, Blake Hamby. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Scooped up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Into the box, Yu Na. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
The first baseman, Yu.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The 1-0. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Racing back, the right fielder. It's out of here, and they've taken the lead in the 9th. Santa Maria. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as they move out in front 7-6.
The crowd was hoping and praying he'd go down. Then he quiets them in a hurry with one swing of the bat. And more importantly than quieting the crowd, it gives his guys the lead. That's what we call timely production by a big-time power hitter.
At the plate now, Chris Saito. Sibley off a slider too low, ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. 2-1 now. The pitch. Fouled off. And it's fouled away. Here's another 2-2. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Stepping in now, Lou Manuel, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away. But that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Ready on 1-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next two guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
In now, Bradley Williams, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Nope.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. The pitch.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Line to the right side. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone. Grab your glove and flash some leather.
For the first pitch, a check at first. And he'll get back in standing. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And the runner back safely. Into the box now, Bronson Ware. In there, now the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Antoine Lawton will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. One and 2. Here it is. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he pops him up. Drifting toward the left side of the infield. Esparza is there, and the side is retired. James Aparicio comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Aparicio.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Corey Esparza. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Have to find a way to take a deep breath right here and regroup. I know the umpire missed one, but you can't allow the next couple of pitches to be dictated by one bad call. Find a way.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And there's the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Michael Lopez will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Michael Lopez.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Aparicio, a native of the state of Michigan, is a 15-year Major League vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Ryan Cannon.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Brian Cannon. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A ball and a strike. Ball and 2 strikes now. Grounded slowly to the left side. Knee high, he barehands it. What a play. And just like that, this one is over.
Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the ninth, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
A tight one, 7-6, the final score tonight. The Lions came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Alex Winters claims the win out of the pen, his first. James Aparicio earns the save out of the bullpen, his 34th. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious visiting team, 7 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For the home team, 6 runs, 8 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 44 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.